Brigade Enterprise, a leading real estate player headquartered out of Bangalore, has come up with its accelerator program. Brigade REAP started its journey in 2016. Till now, the program has mentored 25 startups, and this year it has invited its application for the 8th cohort, a 4-month incubation program of the real estate company.
The basic reason we started Brigade REAP was because there was so much happening in the real estate PropTech area. Like for instance, the reason we started was because every week some startup would come to us and say, hey, can we pitch to Brigade? We have a really good concept for real estate. We want to do it. But then we would meet them. We would like the proposition. But then some tweaking would be required for us to be able to utilize their services.
Right.
For instance, like you can't. For instance, okay, you might have a good idea, but then we are a 33-year-old company. We have our own processes.
Absolutely.
For them to fit into our process, it would require some tweaking, and generally their business model may not necessarily be what we would want. Developers generally don't want to give capex upfront. They'd rather give as per how much of money you're saving, or as per a service on a monthly basis, as per when the utilization is seen. So some tweaking in the business model was required.
Yes.
Also, we had to work with the startups to make what they had into a nice to have, into a must have. So I don't want to just spend money on something the customer is not willing to pay for. So how do you tweak the product or the service of the startup to make it into from a nice to have to a must have product?
Okay.
So the main criteria is the customer willing to pay for it?
Okay.
Second, are you helping me save money in any way? Are you helping me save time in any way?
The startups.
Yeah,
for the
that
startups.
is the basic criteria for selecting a startup into the REAP program.
Okay.
So we get about 125 applicants per batch. We have 2 batches per year. And then we select about 5 or 6 startups to work with, because we also have only 5 months to work with them. And then we work with them by giving them a live project to work on.
Okay.
Once they work on a live project, you can understand what are the issues they are facing. Okay, maybe is there a system integration if they're a tech, if they have some software? Is there a business model where, suppose they're saying, I can help you save water. How are you helping me save water? Do you actually help me save water?
Okay.
If they have a lighting solution that says, okay, I can help you save 30% of your electricity cost.
Right.
So you do a proof of concept. You give them a live project to work on, see how they perform, maybe give some recommendations to make it more useful to anybody. And that's how we build their product. Then we help them with their pricing model, pricing strategy, to say, okay, a builder may not, suppose you're charging me say 10 lakhs upfront and then 2,000 rupees per month. I'm just giving an example. How do we change the business model to make it something more workable? So as a developer, I might not want to give you 10 to 20 lakhs upfront. I might only say, based on how much you save. Suppose you're saving me 30% electricity, I'll give you 10% of my savings.
Right.
So you work with the companies to tweak the business model, tweak the service, and then once they are ready, they come here for a demo day and they graduate. And through that, we also work with other developers. So it's not just for Brigade. We always say REAP is for the industry. So we help the startups. We work with them as a guinea pig to tweak their product and the model, and then take them out to at least 30, 40, 100 other developers, depending on the platform we can give them. And that's how they increase their customer base, they increase their revenue, and we help them with their business model.
See, the point is that in real estate, it is a vast area. Which are the verticals you are focusing and the startups should focus, so that it will help the real estate developers, in the sense the companies involved in this very particular
Pain
industry.
areas or the challenge areas.
Yeah,
which
see,
you're trying to solve.
we try to do B2B. First of all, it has to be business to business, not B2C. B2C is like your online aggregators, like your Magic Bricks or your,
Correct.
99 acres, where you're being an online aggregator. We're
Correct.
not looking at only aggregators. We're looking at companies with deep technology.
Oh.
So, for instance, companies who have patentable rights.
Right.
So, for instance, I might be analytics company with some patent on a particular algorithm that I have. or I might be, we have one which is like a vertical garden, but they have a patentable product which is coco peat. Through coco peat, they're able to use 1/10 the water at 1/10 the weight of regular soil. So like that, we work with startups who can patent some of their IPs. So it has to be deep
But
technology.
these are basically focused mainly at the real estate segment.
Only real estate.
Only real
See, because we are a developer, I will not be able to. If you're a pharmaceutical or biopharma company, I may not be able to help you. I can only help you if you're in real estate doing the business I do, because that's our knowledge and our expertise. So typically we like nanotechnology. We
Okay.
like 3D printing. So
Okay.
basically robotics, 3D
AI.
printing, AR, VR, AI, big data analytics.
Blockchain?
Blockchain, we're not seeing many startups in
Traction.
that yet, and there's not much adoption of blockchain yet in the real estate space, so we haven't yet found a startup in that. But suppose a company comes with a blockchain solution, we're happy to look at it.
Right now you are located in Bangalore only, or you
So
have
right now in Bangalore, we are looking to potentially expand to other cities.
expand?
We
Which are all the
haven't yet-
potential cities? Mumbai
See,
and
if we do, it would just be Delhi and Bombay to begin
Delhi.
with. So, but right now we're just in Bangalore, 2.5 years. We wanted to establish our presence here, and then potentially
How
look at
long
expansion.
actually this program has been going on now?
2.5 years. So each batch is about 5 months, I would say. So we've done 5 batches now,
Okay.
and
You
25
basically help
startups.
them actually get in touch with other developers
Yes,
as well,
yes.
to solve their pain points or something.
Yeah, because-
typical, what could be the challenge or the pain point which these startups can solve, or any one or two examples?
So one example is, like I mentioned, I think right now there was an air purifier startup that came. So Clairco helps with your air purification in indoor rooms.
Oh.
So if I'm sitting in a room for 10 hours a day, because that's
Right.
where all of us spend most of our
Absolutely.
work, they will measure the kind of air quality. Then they can come put their filters and purifiers in, and so that's how they help improve the air quality. Then we have WeGot, which does water WeGot, WEGOT, which does water gas management. So they will monitor how much of water each apartment is using, and if suppose an apartment complex takes their solution, you can pay only as per you use. So right now, otherwise, whatever water the building is taking, it's divided across all apartments proportionately.
Correct, true.
But if I'm a single person in a
you may
one
be
bedroom
consuming
versus like a 3 person or 5 people, I'm consuming
Something
less.
that's smart metering or something.
Yes,
like
yes,
that.
yes, exactly. So smart metering of water, and they can also monitor if there's a leakage anywhere.
Yes.
So that will tell you that. Then we have a company on sustainability. So it will give they consult with builders when the project is under conceptualization and tell you how to reduce your carbon footprint.
Okay, during the development stage.
Yeah, yeah.
These are very interesting companies, and actually they find these are all homegrown Indian startups.
Yes, yes,
basically.
all.
All are in Bangalore, or they may be in some different
So
cities.
they could be across the country. They come from us across the country. We've even had one Singapore-based startup come, one US-based startup come.
Oh.
But generally from Bangalore,
Indian.
because we are located in
Yeah.
Bangalore, but we get applications from Delhi, Bombay, Calcutta, Pune.
And they are
across.
finding good
Chennai.
potential, actually good platforms through this program or something. What kind of potential you feel such startups, prop tech startups have in India or something in the future?
See, I personally, according to me, it's still fairly nascent. I think there's a huge. We're just sort of scratching the surface. You know, I had mentioned earlier that PropTech has gone to 3-4 stages. You know, earlier when it first started, it was developers were just using Excel.
Okay.
You know, in the 1980s to 2000.
yes.
Then we started using online aggregators became the flavor of the day. When the internet boom happened, that's when online aggregators and B2C started taking place. Then I would say between maybe 2001 or 2008 to 2016, the shared economy and big data became the big play.
Correct.
So for instance, WeWork, Airbnb,
Yes.
you know, all shared economy. And now it happened in the US, now it's taking place in India with a lot of co-living,
Correct.
co-working, student housing and things like that. Then I think right now we're in the wave where everybody is looking at efficiency, affordable housing. How do I maximize the efficiency in building? So affordable housing is a big play. So now people are focusing on startups that can reduce your cost, because we are looking at every single process in the value chain to see how we can reduce the cost.
But all the developers are not that kind of tech savvy across the country. Some might be basic developers, conventional developers.
Yeah.
But so basically, what kind of potential these people are finding? Are they getting good business in India or something, or is it restricted only to say a few metro cities or something like that? Is it
See, there
spread
has to be a
across?
willingness from the developer side also.
Yes.
There, because see, if you want to introduce a startup, it takes some top-down approach. It's not a plug and play.
They also must be
so you need.
technology
So I
savvy.
think companies, whether you're small or big, doesn't make a difference because the startups are helping you save money and save time.
Correct.
And I'm sure every developer wants to do that. It just depends on whether a developer has a champion in their organization to help embrace this change.
Correct.
Because otherwise I can just sit and see construction techniques, the same techniques that were used 100 years ago are still being used today.
Absolutely.
Of course you have precast technology, prefab and all that which
Yeah,
is coming
yeah.
in now. But I would say 90% of the buildings are using the same age-old construction techniques. So
But how you
it's
can
all
make it more efficient and, as you were saying,
yeah,
that
so
less carbon
see,
footprint?
you need a champion in the organization, whether you're at the promoter level or at the senior level.
Yes.
Then there has to be a champion for change. Otherwise, I can just say, hey, I can just continue doing what I've been doing. It's been working for me all these years. Why do I need to do anything
Yeah.
else?
You want to
So
make it more
it's not
processes
about
more
big or
efficient,
small.
yes.
It's just about whether you have the intention to want to use technology within your operations. If you're happy with the way things are going, you may not want to use tech, right? Because it requires effort. Working with the startup, seeing how to
Understanding
integrate
their
it.
this
It
thing.
requires time, money, effort. So not everybody is willing to do that.